Welcome back to another episode of Super Gringo Books. I'm your host, Sean Armstrong, and today we have a fascinating journey ahead of us as we explore a thought-provoking title, The American Left, From Liberalism to Despotism. This book offers a comprehensive examination of the evolution of American leftist thought, tracing its roots from classical liberalism all the way to contemporary radical ideologies. As we dive into this material, we'll uncover how historical events and philosophical shifts have shaped the current political landscape. So, whether you're a political novice or a seasoned scholar, there's something in this discussion for everyone. Grab your favorite beverage, get comfy, and let's get started. The narrative begins with a strong foundation in classical liberalism. But what exactly does that mean? At its core, liberalism champions individual freedom and equality, ideas that originated from Enlightenment thinkers. The book highlights influential figures like John Dewey and touches upon the psychological implications of Freudian thought. This sets the stage for understanding how these ideas evolved over time. Let's break down this chapter by chapter. Chapter 1, The Philosophical Underpinnings of Liberalism. Here, the author dives deep into the origins of liberal thought and how Dewey's ideas about education and society began shaping American political discourse. It's fascinating to see how philosophy can inform politics. Chapter 5, The Rise of the Radical Left. This chapter discusses existentialist critiques and C. Wright Mills' analysis of power structures in society. Mills posited that there are elite power networks that shape our political realities, something that feels incredibly relevant today, don't you think? Chapter 6, The Civil Rights Movement. This part reveals the complexities within black communities during this transformative era. Martin Luther King Jr.'s evolving views serve as a poignant example of how leadership and ideology can shift in response to societal pressures. Chapter 7, Enter the Student New Left. The emergence of this group reflected broader societal changes and critiques surrounding identity politics. It's interesting to note how students galvanized around issues of justice and equality, much like movements we see today. Chapter 8 and 9, Feminism and the Sexual Revolution. These chapters outline how feminist ideologies evolved, impacting societal norms and politics. The sexual revolution reshaped personal freedoms and challenged traditional views, two pivotal shifts that continue to resonate. Chapters 10 and 11, Radical Ideologies Infiltrating Institutions and the Neoliberal Consensus. Here, we see a philosophical shift away from traditional liberalism towards a more market-driven approach, one that raises questions about the future of American political thought. Final chapters, Identity Politics and the Drift Toward Despotism. The author raises critical concerns about censorship and the weaponization of justice, topics that provoke essential discussions about freedom and expression in our modern era. As I was reading, one quote stood out to me. A people without the knowledge of their past, history, origin, and culture is like a tree without roots. This encapsulates the importance of understanding where our ideologies come from. Did you know that John Dewey was not just a philosopher but also a significant figure in education reform? His ideas laid the groundwork for progressive education, which emphasizes experimental learning, something we still debate in schools today. In summary, The American Left, From Liberalism to Despotism is an essential read for anyone looking to understand the complexities of American political discourse. It challenges us to consider how historical ideologies shape our present realities and what that means for our future. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of Super Gringo Books. If you found today's discussion enlightening, don't forget to subscribe and leave us a review. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the evolution of the American left. What are your views on identity politics or the role of radical ideologies in contemporary America? This title is available on both Amazon Kindle, Google Books, and as an audiobook on Google Play. Join us next week as we dive into another compelling book. Until then, keep questioning, keep reading, and stay curious. This is Sean Armstrong signing off from Super Gringo Books. See you next time.